Okay, they're dyeing it yellow.
Yeah.
I'm helping to make the first ever public access dictionary of the Waima Roro Paitana language, which is in the central province of Papua New Guinea.
My name is Ikupu Paru, and I'm from Papua New Guinea. Okay, this is Port Moresby. It's the capital city of Papua New Guinea. Village. That's the village where I come from.
In Papua New Guinea, the official number is around about 700 languages, some say 9. I was at a conference last year where it was claimed that there were over 1,000 separate languages in Papua New Guinea. Already some of those languages have stopped being used. There are so many different cultures in Papua New Guinea. Without the language, the culture can't be expressed, it can't be passed on, so we're going to end up with a whole lot of displaced people if we don't have healthy languages.
They're together, you know.
Oh, so all of it, they're dyeing it all together.
I'm particularly interested in this language because I have a long-term connection with people from this language group. Years ago I was a teacher in Papua New Guinea in Port Moresby, and one of my teaching colleagues was a member of this language group, and I was welcomed into that family. I went back 50 years after meeting them, and it was like I'd been away for a week, you know?
These are some of the documents that we are working on.
Language was recorded on first contact by the French missionaries, but that material was written in French, and because I've had experience now in linguistics and in making dictionaries in endangered languages, I offered to show members of the language group how to do that for themselves, and that's what I'm doing. People have come forward interested in learning the skills required to document their own language. This is a community grassroots project. Yeah.
I told her I'm a computer illiterate, but was interested in doing what I can do. Yeah.
I said, that's all I want. You'll have a go. Now, a year later, he's an expert on the database program. So working with people from that culture and empowering them is a way to ensure quality of information. It was so important to Ikupu and his cousin that they worked a night market for 6 months overnight, from about 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 a.m. the next morning, to sell food and other things to make the money to come to Australia. So that's dedication, and that tells me that, this project is worthwhile doing. All right, so we've got the pronunciation written there. Is that pronunciation correct?
Yeah.
What we need now to see this project come to realisation is enough money to pay Ikupu and perhaps one other worker a very, very modest wage, because they live in a subsistence society. If he's not fishing and gardening, then his family don't eat. So if his time is being spent doing this work, which is very important, then, it's difficult. He's not providing for his family.
It will be very much appreciated if we had people who could support this project.
We'd love to have you on board. It's a worthwhile experience, and you will receive more than you've ever bargained for just by opening your hearts and your minds to another culture, and particularly this one.